Do you think your job sucks? If you answered yes, then maybe you should take a look at these top 5 worst jobs in the world. Would you want to do one of them? I doubt it. Manure inspector. Waking up every day to go through tons of animal manure for inspection is probably not a great motivation to get out of bed. This job is for people who love animals and could see themselves working at an animal zoo, although it's difficult to imagine love for animals translating into love for their poo. We all know manure is great fertilizer. But not just any animal dung will do. According to Daily News, manure has to be tested for contaminants like E. coli and Salmonella, and someone has to test it. This sometimes involves going through tons of animal waste to collect samples. Think about that the next time you complain about that earthy manure smell. Pet food taster. That's crazy, but professional dog food taster is a real job. And it apparently pays quite well. An entry-level position in the quality department would typically pay about $30,000 a year, while an experienced professional could draw up to $75,000. So what exactly does the job entail? Well, as the name suggests, it pretty much involves tasting dog food to make sure it meets a premium brand's exacting quality standards. Tasters regularly open sample tins of each freshly made batch of dog or cat food, and then proceed to smell it and eat it. Odor tester. This is considered one of the stinkiest jobs, and has been talked about quite a few times. I am down for the money if the pay is good. But to make me smell someone's armpit, and I am not sure what else you have to smell. The check would have to be quite hefty. Odor tester test body odor, which allows companies to find ways to inject chemicals in cans to keep that BO under control even when you come back home from a long day. If it wasn't for these odor testers, Tag and others wouldn't really be able to market their product the way they do. Next time you realize that new deodorant has been working quite well, take a minute and thank the guy who might have smelled hundreds of armpits before providing their company with a possible solution. Mosquito researcher. Scientists studying malaria and other deadly diseases have to study test subjects. The mosquitoes have to be collected by research professionals for these tests. Research scientists have to sit in a room with these mosquitoes flying over them. Not only is this a dangerous job, but one which requires plenty of personal sacrifice for the benefit of millions of others. We observe mosquito behavior primarily while they feed, which corresponds to the transmission phase. Mosquitoes are observed in real time by a researcher who rates their behavior, such as the mosquito's landing, insertion of the proboscis, imbibing of blood, number and time of each probe, etc. Real-time behavior is then used to compute several important parameters that help us to assess the impact of different factors on mosquito biting success. Grass seed analyst. This is the woman whose full-time job is to watch grass grow. Helen Southall works as a grass seed analyst, and spends her working day making sure blades of grass on lawns and fields are growing to the right length. World's most boring job? Helen Southall works as a grass analyst, making sure gardeners and groundsmen have cut their lawn to the right length. The 43-year-old said, "People do think it's strange when I tell them my job is to watch grass grow. But I think it's fascinating and I wouldn't do anything else. I monitor different types of grass seeds and make sure they grow properly and the plants are fit for purpose. It's so rewarding seeing a stretch of perfect green grass and knowing that it has grown right because of my work." Her working day begins by counting out 400 grass seeds. and goes through each blade by hand every week to ensure the growth is right.